Hello, brewers and bakers. Today, we are going to be looking at what's in the box of Beer and Bread from Capstone Games, designed by Scott Almes. Let's open the lid. First, we have the rule book. It's going to be pretty up close because I want to leave it up close so you can really see the cards and the other components. But it is actually a really good rule book. It has good diagrams of everything, of the setup. Bring it around, what you do on your turn, how the end of game happens, and then here's an overview of all the upgrades on the cards, which we will show you what that means. And then the back is a nice overview of the game, so if you want to leave this just out while you play, you can just go down the order. Alright, for a small box game, this has a massive board comparatively. So you'll see, here's your brewery, here's your bakery, cards kind of show there. Over here you have the fields. Down here you're going to have these symbols. They're going to match up to the upgrades. As I said, we'll cover that in a minute. And the other side is the same. And you'll notice the fields have different things. So it's played over 6 rounds. In the fruitful years, each field gets that many. In the dry years, each field gets that many. Next up, we have the components. The wooden components. This is the round marker. You have your water, your other resources. There's a windmill for the first player token. So all these nice wood pieces. Alright, and then you have a score pad. The way this game actually works is you take the lower of your 2 scores, so you're going to total up your bear cards, your bread cards, add any next game bonus, drop your high, whoever has the highest low wins. Alright, finally we'll get to the crux of the game, which are these cards. As you can see, bread cards, bear cards. They all have the same basic layout on them. Up top is what you might produce. In the middle is the recipe to bake that bread. And the bottom is how you can upgrade your farm with this. And as you see, the little symbol there will match a symbol on the board, and that's where you tuck it. So like this one needs those 5. So it's a big deck. And the other cool thing about this game is when you lay this out to produce, and then if you say produce with this one, you'll get 1 2 water and 1 brown. I can never remember what they're called. I always call that tree trunk. It's in the book. So as you can see, lots of cards. There are different types of beer in there, because some cards will say like get the 3 types of beer or the 3 types of bread, so you just look at them and that will show you what type. So lots of chances for upgrading and producing. That's always the trick, is what do I want to produce, what do I want to upkeep. This does a really nice play on the 2-player drafting mechanism, because it is a 2-player only game. Is you pass the cards back and forth in the first round, and then for the second round you pick up any cards you use to produce. You draw up to a hand of 5, but then you don't pass the second round. So as you're producing, you also kind of want to think ahead of, hey, can I do this recipe? If I do this, I'm going to make sure I produce so I can bring it back and brew it or bake it. Or, hey, that upgrade's really cool, but I really need resources right now. Well, then I'll produce and I'll upgrade afterwards. So, lots of cards. And that is the deck. So as you can see, lots of variety, and even the insert has some nice graphics on it. So again, that is Bear and Bread. Bear and Bread. From Scott Almes and Capstone Games. This is the group. I'm going to go do something. Have a good day.